Greetings, Rico and The Man fans. This is Rob. Before we get into this episode, we owe you a little explanation. You may have noticed that we've been off the air for a bit. That's because we've had, let's call it, a personnel hiccup. We weren't sure whether to sweep it under the rug or do a 3-part docuseries, but in the end, we chose this classy little disclaimer. Now, out of respect for everyone involved, we're not going to name names. We're above that. This is a professional operation. That said, it was Alan. It was 100% Alan. But anyway, because of all that, the episode you're about to hear was recorded way back in April, so the references might not be exactly breaking news. But the jokes still slap, the banter is peak form, and Alan is no longer being a little bitch. So thanks for hanging in there. We're back, baby. Stronger, wiser, and only mildly traumatized. So without further ado, here is Rico and the Man.
It's Rico and the Man.
Oh my god, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
With Rob Traegler and Peter Martino.
Whoa, we're back again, Pete. Rico and the Man.
Whoa! Here we are.
Here we are, once again.
Live.
We're not live at all.
And by live, I mean we're both alive.
We're both alive, just barely. It's 2025, and we are kind of alive here on Treg 108.2.
Why is the radio station named after you? Why not Marks 101.2?
Marts 101.2. Yeah. Whoa. Hey,
Treg Marts.
Treg Marts.
This has been a Treg Mart production.
Yes, that's right. We should tell the audience that we've been bought out.
We've been bought out by Ketchup Entertainment. What?
Ketchup Entertainment presents a Treg Marks production.
Sponsored by Heinz Ketchup. Don't get it confused with the movie studio.
Sponsored by Heinz Ketchup and mustard and relish.
All the condiments coming at you on Treg Marts 101.2.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. That's great. That's wonderful that you're good.
Yeah. Are you not?
No, I'm good. Just been really busy. Work has been busy. Life has been busy. This might be, Pete, the last episode of Rico and the Man in this current studio I'm calling Studio B.
Whoa.
Yes.
Where are you moving? To Studio A or C?
Studio E.
Ooh. I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
I do.
But yes, no, I am in the process of moving, which is always a lot of fun.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Moving is always so fun, and my house looks like the end credits of Raiders of the Lost Ark right now. Boxes everywhere. Some old man pushing things around on a cart.
Yeah.
Wham, 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 wham.
It's just a big wide shot, and it's just all your Star Wars memorabilia and Indiana Jones stuff all over the place.
3 cats.
And somehow you're in the crate for some reason.
Top secret property of the U.S. government.
Amelia. So have you come to throw a lot of, are you at that stage where you're just throwing shit out just to get rid of it so you don't have to move anything?
Yes. I'm not a good purger. I am a pack rat. I am one of those guys that's like pulls out a cord that's been obsolete from 1971 and I'm like, I might need this.
Yeah.
I might need this. Because as you know, the day I throw it out, the next day someone comes to me and goes, do you have that cord from 1971 that would plug into a, and it's like, God damn it.
Yeah. I'm kind of the opposite. I feel like I can't wait to throw stuff out, and I try to throw as much stuff out as possible. Today I threw out just a whole shitload of, the kits. Yeah, today I threw out this whole bag of old COVID kits. Not that we used, but that were just unused and expired. So I'm like, I'm just getting like, I feel like I just am constantly shifting shit around in the closets and stuff like that. And I get to the point where I just want to throw out everything.
Well, that's interesting that you're not a pack rat, because I am finding things from millions of years ago, and it's so hard for me. Amelia's been actually helping me kind of purge stuff and donate stuff, and she's been very helpful, kind of getting me to say goodbye to just like clothes I haven't worn in years.
Yeah.
Thin clothes, clothes that wouldn't fit me. I'm like, maybe one day I'll be thin again.
Yeah.
It's stressful for me. It's stressful for me to say goodbye, but it's funny. Like the bit is every single thing she'll like hold up, and I'll be like, yeah, let's get rid of it. And every single time I go, goodbye, old friend. And it's like a paper plate with stains on it. Goodbye, old friend.
You're like, I think I could fit into my Bugs Bunny and Tasmanian Devil basketball t-shirt that I had in middle school again.
my no fear shirt.
Yeah. What would you say is the hardest thing that you had to get rid of?
The big thing that stresses me out is I have a lot of televisions, lots of flat screen TVs. Yeah, like in this room, I'm counting 3. And then downstairs, I've got an 85-inch TV. I've got a 70-inch in my bedroom.
Well, that you could donate to like a shelter or something like that, or a hospital. Or if you're just, greedy, you could
a
just
monster,
keep them and hoard them at Amelia's house.
Amelia, you think we could put a 70-inch in the bathroom?
It's like wider than the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm watching TV.
Whoa! Hook is on. Bob Hoskins is so great in this movie.
You remember Smee? You remember Smee?
Roofy. Oh.
Whoa. Roofy.
Whoa.
We're off the rails already here. On Treg 108.2, Treg March, the ketchup station.
The ketchup and mustard station.
But anyway, yes, I'm moving. That's happening. So this might be the last episode I'm doing here in Studio B.
I wish you all the best, though, when you're moving, and hopefully nothing gets broken during the transportation.
Yes, and obviously I always prioritize Rico and the Man, so I've been doing some sound tests in what will be the new studio, because I would hate if we got on the next episode and it's like, here we are on Rico and the Man. Can I just take a second to pat ourselves in the back that we are in a season 5 of the show?
Yeah, seriously.
I remember I was sitting by my pool and I texted you and I was like, do you want to do a podcast together? And I believe what you wrote back was, sure, why not? Very excited.
Not
very
questioning it at all.
Yeah, you're like, okay. And then I was like, what should we call it? And you just wrote simply, Rico and the Man. And I was like, done.
All right, I'm going back to swimming now.
Yeah, it's like, all right, going back into the pool.
It'd be funny if you got really excited after I texted you the day, but you're like, that's it. And then you just do like a sprawl into the pool, jumping into it.
It's like, that's it. And then it cuts to like a stunt man who doesn't look like me doing this like amazing dive into the pool. And then I come back out.
Like Rodney Dangerfield
in Back to School. I'm all muscular and shit.
Yeah.
Just for a second.
You like come out of the pool and it's like back to you. And you're like, Rico and the Man.
It's happening.
It's happening.
But how are you? How is you? How is you? How is you?
Me is good. I've been catching up. I'm actually proud of myself because I've been catching up on a lot of TV shows that I've been meaning to watch.
Good for you.
We finished up House of Dragons, and that was really good, although it left a really huge cliffhanger that I'm hoping will lead into something really great in the next season.
Okay.
And I mean, what everyone else is talking about, the White Lotus.
Yes, the White Lotus is finally the 1 hour and a half finale of the White Lotus premiered. And this was this past Sunday. When you folks will hear it, season 4 would have already broadcasted.
Yeah.
But yes, what do you think? Let's talk White Lotus.
Yeah, I mean, I feel how I felt about the other White Lotus. It's a very character-driven show. It's not so much story driven. Like, I feel like even the stories that they start, sometimes it doesn't lead to anything.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I have to admit, there was a lot of stuff in the final episode that I was hoping for something a little more grander. And I feel like they're building up, especially in this season, to a lot more that never really came into fruition.
Yes, that was going to be my critique too, but go on.
And I just feel like the two people that they did kill off, spoiler alert, weren't the best people to kill off necessarily. But I will say that all the performances were fucking awesome. Like, I thought everybody was great in it.
Phenomenal
Like,
performances. Absolutely.
I feel like that series finds the best cast all the time. And this season was no different. I mean, Parker Posey, Carrie Coon, I thought was great.
Yep.
Even Schwarzenegger's kid was good in it, playing a douchebag.
And he has the same creepy smile Arnold has. I can always see Arnold, and like I always expect for him to be like, I need to make a protein shake. Come on.
Yeah.
I need to go to the full moon party.
Something about his teeth or something when he smiles looks like young Arnold. But I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of the whole season?
What I'll say, I really thought the beginning of the season was a little too slow. To me, the first 2 episodes kind of had the exact same arc. Like the Jason Isaacs character, like had the same arc in episode 1 and 2, where he was like, I'm scared because they're going to find out I embezzled money. But what I will say about the ending of White Lotus is that I actually thought it was very predictable. I actually they set up a lot with the Amy Lee Wood character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like she talked a lot about like bad things happen in threes, and Amelia and I were both like, oh, she's dying at the end. Right. And I also very, very, very early on, like probably in episode 1 or 2, knew that Walton Goggins' adversary was actually his father, not someone who killed his father.
Yeah, but you know what? Just maybe tell him that, and you could avoid all this bullshit.
Yes, I know. Like, just
why beat around the bush? Just fucking tell him. He's obviously yearning for some kind of closure, so just tell him.
I did. I mean, there's so many little nuancy things that I really did like. I really liked Sam Rockwell coming in with his entire
he's so great
soliloquy. And I know that because his wife was on the show, like that's how his way into the show. Like he was like, sure, why not? I'll do it. I want to see a whole show about him in Thailand. Yeah. But he was great. I really felt that the one thing that really fell flat was there was really no capper to the family story, the Parker Posey family. He never ended up revealing to them what was happening. He's just like, we're going to get through this together.
And he was so afraid of their reaction, and we never got to see their reaction at all. Like, I just ended so abruptly because I thought that was again, going back to what I said originally, that was like such a build up to, what his family's going to think and everything. And you never see that reaction. And it was kind of annoying.
It was annoying.
Honestly.
And I also felt, I was like, maybe they're doing this for a reason. Like I have this weird speculation, and you can quote me on this here. What date is it? It's April 10th at 8:11 p.m. my time. And we'll see if this plays out. But for some reason, I feel like Parker Posey became such a breakout in the memes, and everyone loved her so much. I'm like, is she going to be the carryover for season 4?
I said that to Steph, I think.
Did you?
The second episode, I was like, she's going to be the new
Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge. And I was
See, I thought the same thing. And Amelia was like, but how is she going to afford to go to a White Lotus hotel if she's walking into nothing? But I'm sure Mike White will figure it out. I really think that season 4 of White Lotus should be about how the White Lotus is going bankrupt because all these horrible things happen at every one of their hotels.
All right. The most controversial thing that probably happened this season was the brother jerking off the other brother.
Yeah.
And which I feel like even his explanation just was kind of like a thud. Like he's just like, he just said, I'm a pleaser. I just want, like...
Yeah, and it also makes you go, then why are we doing this at all? Because you're really making all of us really uncomfortable with this. Because like, it didn't turn into any kind of like sinister... Like, I was like, maybe the brother shoots the other brother because they're so freaked the fuck out. But that goes nowhere. Like, the family arc, to me, was probably... the worst one as far as satisfaction in the end.
And yeah, I agree. And even the daughter, she did like a total 180 from like wanting to be a Buddhist and like, you know, and then all of a sudden, like she just the next day she changed her mind after she was like dead set, just like that.
But I mean, at the same time, though, it was very compelling. I enjoyed the ride, and I'm of course going to watch the next season because this show ain't going anywhere because it's a phenomenon.
Definitely not. I mean, if anything, it gets people talking. It's one of the few shows that's on now that gets people talking.
It's a water cooler show.
For better or for worse.
As they used to say.
It's a water cooler discussion about my son and his teeth.
Get to the cooler.
We got to talk about White Lotus.
We need to talk about Parker Posey.
Okay, can I tell you how I think it should have ended?
Please.
My thought. I think that What's-Her-Face should have gotten shot.
Who's What's-Her-Face? There's like 98 women on the show. What are you talking about?
All right, sorry. Teeth Girl. I don't know their names. Teeth Girl.
Teeth Girl, yes.
Should have gotten shot. But, what's his name? Boggins?
Walton Goggins.
Boggins. Goggins should have survived, but because I think if he would have survived and seen her get killed, then I think he would have realized what a dick he was to her and how much more he should have appreciated her. So I think it would have been better, more of a punishment for him to live with his guilt in jail that she died instead of him dying with her.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I feel like she was so positive and she was like basically the best thing in his life. And then she ends up getting killed because of him. And then that's when I think he should have realized that he should have been focused on her the whole time and forgot about everything else.
You know, it's crazy because he has become such like TV's best character actor, Walton Goggins.
He's great.
He's fantastic. He's great. And what I loved about White Lotus is like every other thing that he's been in. I mean, he was in like Justified. He was in fucking, the Tarantino movie, which one, The Hateful Eight. Like, and he always has that cowboy affect. He's always like, yeehaw, I'm a Walton Goggins. And in this, he was the exact opposite of that. Like, he was completely like stoic and he didn't have an accent at all. Like, he's a cowboy in like everything else he does. Fallout, all these shows. And in this, I was like, I got to see his range. All right, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Darlings, it's Philip Garcia.
And I'm Jasper Whitlow, against my better judgment, the voice of reason.
And this is Stardust Stories, the podcast where horoscopes meets Hollywood, trauma meets tonic wine, and nothing is ever quite normal.
We cover everything from celebrity meltdowns to health hacks, spiritual scandals, odd obsessions, and Philip's weekly identity crisis.
All wrapped up in a glittery, slightly unhinged package, with weekly horoscope episodes dropping every Thursday.
It's therapy if your therapist was drunk and used tarot cards. It's the podcast your spirit guide warned you about. So if it's happening in the world, we're probably debating it.
Subscribe now wherever you get your podcast.
Bye, Stardust sweethearts.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can imagine any of them getting nominated and winning an Emmy for their performance. But then the second person I think that should have died if they were going to do a twofer
Michelle Monaghan
Mook. No, Michelle Monaghan's not going anywhere on my watch.
Look out.
Whoa. I know Dick very well. Yeah.
Was Mook, because I think that the security guard really didn't want to shoot, but he conformed anyway because, everybody was telling him to be tougher. Like even Mook was telling him to be tougher and act more like a man. And he finally does, but it ends up killing the girl that he loved.
Yep.
And he went against his beliefs, and then look what happened. like she ended up dying.
HBO ain't canceling this shit.
No. And I like how it's going right into the Last of Us now in their time slot. Sunday nights on HBO again.
It's not TV, it's HBO.
No, it's not HBO. It's Max.
It's HBO Max Plus.
And they changed their logo yet again.
It was blue and now it's black.
'Cause once you go black, you never go back on my.
Once you go blacks, you never go not to max.
Oh man. And I'm all caught up on Daredevil too.
Yes. I'm glad you brought this up. Yes, I'm all caught up on Daredevil. I'm into it, man. I'm liking it.
Yeah. It's really well done, I think.
Yeah,
got to see Vincent D'Onofrio's awkward slow dancing in the last episode.
This city is going to be great again without these vigilantes.
Yeah.
The one qualm I have with Daredevil is that it lives in the same universe as the MCU.
Right.
And they act like New York has never seen like weird shit before.
Yeah. Has never benefited from superheroes.
Like the way like Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio talks, it's like this city doesn't need masked vigilantes wearing costumes. And it's like, well, I don't know, a couple of years ago they saved the fucking world. And a couple of years before that they saved the fucking world. And a couple of years before that they saved New York.
Yeah.
There's certain things about it that I think are a little contrived. Like he's blind when he wants to be, and everyone should be like, dude, how are you, like when he's just Matt Murdock, like he's doing things that a blind guy can't do.
Right away, someone would be like Daredevil.
That's exactly. You're Daredevil. Or even just, you're not blind.
You're faking it.
You're faking it because like he uses the stick half the time and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, this guy's over here in the corner. And it's like, then you're not blind, bruh.
Yeah.
Walk into a wall every now and then to like reconvince people that you're blind.
And I am enjoying Gandolfini's son in the series too, but my God, he looks more and more like
he is a
like
baby James Gandolfini. My God. Yeah.
Like his facial expressions in it and stuff. I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking Tony Soprano.
Yeah, he's becoming like Kingpin's number 2. You know he's going to get whacked.
Prince Pin.
The city needs a prince pin
to rise in my place.
You just need to gain a lot of weight and shave your head.
And awkwardly slow dance with any girl you could find.
Yeah, so I mean, Daredevil's good so far. I'm into it.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably the only Marvel thing right now that I'm into. I actually finally got around to seeing Captain America Brave New World. Yes.
So, what's your take?
Well, I'll tell you this, Pete. Like back when Marvel was firing on all cylinders, you know, like in the Infinity Saga, when we were all like glued to the screens at all times.
Yeah.
Like, where are we going? What's happening? Infinity War, Endgame, all that. If you had told me then that, you know, like Harrison Ford is going to be in the Marvel universe, I would have been like, get the fuck out of here. I'm in. I'm showing up opening night. LFG, as the kids say.
Let's fucking go.
But we've heard a lot of rumors about how this movie has gone through a ton of reshoots, lots of drama behind the scenes. And what I have to say about Brave New World is that is very obvious when you watch the movie.
Really? Oh, man.
It's kind of all over the place. Everyone's trying their best. Everyone's doing a good job. You know, Harrison Ford is bringing it, you know, as he always does. He's great. But just the story is like, what are we doing here? Where are we going? Like
choppy.
It's choppy. Like Giancarlo Esposito is in it for no reason. You're like, why are you here?
And I love him too.
I love him too. And it's like, I wish he didn't do this role so he could come back later in a Marvel movie with a better role. But you're not going to get away with a Marvel movie just looking cool anymore.
Right.
And I love Anthony Mackie. I root for the guy, but like he said, like Harrison Ford said in even the trailer, you're not Steve Rogers. And it kind of is true.
Yeah, there's no beating
Chris Evans,
the original Captain. Yeah, Chris Evans. And I love the whole Captain America lore. Like, I'm a big fan of those solo movies, and I like Anthony Mackie too. And I was really kind of hoping that this would be a return to form for Marvel.
Like I said, it feels like 3 movies that were cut together.
The fuck is Feige doing?
Feige is out to lunch.
Come on, Feige.
He's shopping for other tight-fitting baseball hats.
Yeah, let's go, Fojol.
Come on, Fajoli.
Come on, Pasta Fajol.
I'm Kevin Pasta Fajoli.
One movie I did finally get a chance to see, probably the biggest movie to come out this past year, was Wicked.
Whoa! What the freak?
The whole family watched it. Watched it the other day on a rainy Saturday, and you know what?
Okay, here we go.
I think it's best for the children to review this movie. So I think, Rob, that it's time for another edition of Kid Critic.
Kid Critic.
All right, so we're here with Adriana, age 11, and Lucia, age 7, and we're going to get their opinions on what they thought about the movie Wicked. All right, we'll start with Adriana. What did you think about the movie?
It was good. I mean, people were, like, hyping it up a lot, and, I mean, it was good, but, like, people just made it, like, seem too good. But it was a good movie overall.
Now, this question is for Lucia. Do you think it was an oversight that John Chu wasn't nominated for Best Director?
I don't know.
Let's go back to Adriana. Who was your favorite character in the movie and why?
Probably the Wizard of Oz because, yeah.
You liked him the best?
Yeah.
All right. Now this question is for Lucia.
Okay.
What's your take on the whole holds for space conversation that the film brought up?
I don't know.
All right. 2 for 2 so far. All right. Back to Adriana. What was your favorite song in the movie?
I like Popular. That was a good one. I think Lucy liked that song too, right?
Okay, but I have another question for Lucy. And this is a good one. Lucy, what does the name Jeff Goldblum mean to you?
I don't know.
All right. Say thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Kid Critic.
So there you have it.
Fascinating.
Inside look from a kid's point of view.
Yes, it seems like Jeff Goldblum stole the show for Adriana.
Yeah, he stole the show for me too.
I'm the Wizard of Oz. Yes, you're Flying Monkeys. No, but what did you think of the movie?
All right, so I did actually really like it. I did enjoy it. I think their performances were definitely great and deserved all the accolades that they got. And it was a fun movie. I mean, it was, a musical, obviously,
right,
but a lot of the songs are good and their voices are fucking amazing. So I get it. I get why there's those Wicked stands out there. But as you heard in Adriana's review, and even my wife, Steph, thought that the overhype for it got to them. And when they watched it, they were like, yeah, it was good. We're not going out opening night to see Wicked Part 2 in the theater.
Gotcha.
But at the end of the play, basically, I don't know if you ever saw the play.
Dude, I saw the original run on Broadway orchestra seats.
So you're a Wicked stan.
No, I'm not. But yeah, I saw it on Broadway, like with fucking Chenoweth and, the other one.
Adele Dazeem.
That's right. The wickedly talented
Idina Menzel.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not spoiling anything for you, but what I didn't like about the play was that at the end of Wicked, it starts bleeding into the Wizard of Oz story that we all grew up with and loved. And that's what kind of turned me off about it. I kind of feel like, that the second one's going to do the same thing.
Leave that alone.
Movie. Yeah, just leave that alone. I like all the prequel stuff, like the backstory of the characters that, we watched in that movie. But then when we start getting into Dorothy and Scarecrow and Tin Man, the way they are in Wizard of Oz, it's just then I feel I just don't think it's necessary. But I said to my niece, who is a big Wicked fan, I feel like they used up all the good songs in the first act. I feel like there's going to be no good songs for the second movie unless they write new songs for it.
Well, you know how it goes. They're probably we don't know if this is going to hit or not. So let's put it. So now they're probably oh, fuck.
Now we got to write a new song for Jeff Goldblum.
I'm a wizard. Hey. All right, Pete, on a grand scale of A+ to F-, what do you give Wicked?
I give it 3 woes.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
And a half of what was that about?
What was that?
All right. There we go. Yes.
It wasn't the grades you were expecting.
No.
If I gotta keep you on your toes.
That's him watching the flying monkeys. He's going,
What was that? What was that? What was that?
Oh, man.
It's a flying monkey, Frederick.
Wow. Bingo.
Someone was asking me the other day, they were like, do you put all the sound effects in afterwards? I'm like, hell no. This is all live. Everything is live. At any point, I can just talk about theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind.
I can feel the beat.
Feel the beat.
And I can talk to Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, really, brother.
Is Amelia a big theater fan or Broadway fan or musical fan?
That's a good question. Why don't we ask her?
Hi, how's it going?
Welcome to Trademarks 101.2.
Am I the 100th caller? Do I get some sort of a free tote bag?
Yes.
You get to see a live recording of Rico and the Man.
I get the live recording every night.
We were just talking about Wicked. Pete and the family watched Wicked.
Nice.
And I...
Well, see you later.
She's lame. No, I asked Rob, are you a Wicked fan or a musical fan or a Broadway fan? I didn't know how you felt about musicals because I recommended, that could be a good one for the two of you to watch.
I did musicals in high school and I love going to Broadway, but I don't love musical movies unless it's something like Sound of Music or Wizard of Oz or something really classic. I don't know. I just
Well, you're getting close with Wizard of Oz with this movie, so I think you're in a good area with it.
I said to Rob at one point was do you want to go see Wicked in the theater? And I was like, I just feel like we're not going to be able to hear the songs over the sound of every theater kid in America singing. So now that it's on streaming, I feel like I'm way more likely to agree to that.
Speaking of, hating or liking things, the reason I wanted Amelia on is because we had talked a while back how her and I have been going through the Indiana Jones movies. We've been watching each of the Indiana Jones movies. And just last night, we finished Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And I know we swore off talking about this ever again, but I really wanted you to hear Amelia's take on Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Can't wait.
Yeah, so we watched all of the Indiana Jones movies. I fell asleep in every single one at some point of the movie. And I made it through Dial of Destiny, and I was so excited about the potential of the movie. I was really, really excited after coming out of Crystal Skull and being like, what? We're doing Russians? I thought he fights the Nazis. Wait, there's an alien? I'm not sure. I feel like we've jumped the shark here a little bit. So I was super hyped. I was so hyped for Dial of Destiny. And then as we were watching it, I was like, it just felt like they kept missing these opportunities to like let Indiana Jones be Indiana Jones. Like he was just not being him. And then at the end of the movie, I got so angry because I was like, the climax of this whole movie is that Phoebe Waller-Bridges punches him in the face. That's the third act climax, is he gets decked, and then you do some sort of like Coen Brothers middle finger to the audience bullshit, where the most exciting part of the movie, which is getting him out and through the hole as it's like closing, like all happens off screen, and we wake up in his apartment and we have no idea how it happened. Like, the fuck is that? Like, I was so pissed. So then I said to Rob, I was like, this movie could have been amazing. Like, you had the perfect setup of like all the stakes had gone against him, and he was like shot, and you know, you see him like approaching Archimedes, and Archimedes is holding the dial and basically saying like, I have the thing that you want, like go back and make your life the thing that you want it to be. And in that moment, it felt like it was just so perfect that he just should have looked at that dial, which gave him the opportunity to go back and like tell his son not to go to war, to get back with his wife who he loved, to be able to redo everything. And then for him to say, no, like I'm an archaeologist and history must be preserved. And for him to like do the right thing in a moment where he could have so easily done the wrong thing, and then fought his way back home and been like, the consequences be damned. I'm an archaeologist. I believe in the importance of history, and like what's happened in the past is past. And so I was just like, you had it. You had it. It was all there. All the pieces were there. And then they just whiffed it. So I was very angry when we finished the movie. I was like so mad.
But did you like it better than Crystal Skull is my question.
Here's what I'll say. I liked the story potential of Dial of Destiny better than I liked the story potential of Crystal Skull. But to me, Crystal Skull felt more like an Indiana Jones movie than Dial of Destiny.
Really? You didn't think it was too goofy?
I didn't love the aliens and I didn't love the Russians, but at least I felt like he was like trying to solve a mystery. Yeah, and at least I felt like he was using like the skills, and Shia LaBeouf was just a way better. And I'm no like huge fan of Shia LaBeouf, but Shia LaBeouf was just so much more of a sidekick than Phoebe Waller-Bridges was. She was basically like the low-key antagonist for like most of the movie, and then ends up like rescuing him and being like the hero in the end. And I was just like, what is happening here? Also, I said to Rob, I loved her in Fleabag, but man, she is pretty one note in that movie. I was like, let's emote. Can we emote a little bit, maybe?
Yeah. Yes, you could tell they were really leaning into her for this movie, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't know. And there was like Sala, and there was Marianne, and it was like, why didn't you just get the band back together? Or Marianne, sorry, I said it wrong.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not a true fan. I'm not a true fan. But I just was like, you've got
Marianne and Ginger were there.
Yeah, they were all going to go on a 3-hour
The professor.
Cruise. It was going to be great. It was perfect.
Even the skipper.
But tell me I'm wrong. But like, wouldn't you have wanted to see like the band get back together for like one last adventure, and especially one where they could go back in time? Like, I just thought that's so awesome of a concept. Like, when they de-aged him, I thought they did an amazing job. I was like, I want to see young Harrison Ford meet his older counterpart at some point in the movie. Like, I kept waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it had a ton of potential and many different better directions that it probably could have gone. But the one thing I will disagree with is that I felt it was a better movie than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, just because I thought Crystal Skull was just a little too goofy and a little offbeat. And they kind of did have, Marion in it. And I feel like they didn't utilize her that well in that movie.
I just think it's interesting, Pete, that your favorite out of all of them is Temple of Doom. And to me, Crystal Skull is just as batshit as Temple of Doom. Like they go Nazis, batshit, Nazis, batshit, Nazis. And I just thought it was interesting that like your favorite of all time is Temple of Doom, and that you were so like turned off by Crystal Skull because it is just as crazy, if not crazier, than Temple of Doom.
Yeah, but there's good goofy and crazy, and there's bad goofy and crazy, and I just
Pete just saw those monkeys swinging, and he was out.
Yeah, and
monkey swinging. Yeah, I'm with Pete on that one. That whole scene, I was just. Like,
I'm with Ollie on that one.
That was ridiculous.
This poor woman. I've made her sit through all the Marvel movies, all the Indiana Jones movies. I can't wait till we get to The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Well,
oh boy.
I'm almost to the point, Rob, where I can say that I'm almost approximating the woman that you were hoping for on Bumble.
Oh, here we go.
One day I will be able to approximate the woman that he was looking for on Bumble.
This is the gripe you've been trying to get on this show since day one.
And I found my opening.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm just going to step out of this conversation.
Pete's feeling uncomfortable.
Alan, let's take a coffee break. Well, if anything, Amelia, at least you'll know what the hell we're talking about now when we're talking about all this bullshit on the podcast, or if we're ever all together, you could join in on the conversation and we can have a whole debate on it.
Yay.
That's a new drop.
You better be excited.
Okay,
so I got to ask you, before you go, I got to ask you, how do you feel about Rob moving all his movie memorabilia and
oh no,
all his stuff into your area? Are you okay with that? Are you comfortable? Are you gonna get freaked out when you see a Han Solo frozen in carbonite?
There might be a couple of nights where I like get up to get water and have a small heart attack as a man comes out of the wall at me, but I think given enough time, I will just be able to remember that, he lives with us now too. He's our third roommate.
Part of the family.
And, Rob had this great idea of making it the door of our house so that, when people come to the house, it's the literal door is the Han Solo and carbonite, and the doorbell is the little thing that goes like, or whatever, that makes him, light up. And I was like, this is going to be great. We will literally never get mail. This is perfect. I will have no bills. It'll be perfect.
I like that idea. He may be onto something.
No, it's going to be great. I'm so excited for him to bring all his stuff. And we've already found a home for the Indiana Jones poster, and the Captain America shield is going up, and the Iron Man helmet no longer has a bong in it, and I'm very happy about this. We made a lot of fun.
You had a bong in the Iron Man helmet?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, tell him what's inside the Iron Man helmet now. When you push the button.
When you push the button and it opens up, there's a picture of Amelia and I.
There you go.
Isn't that so much better than a bong?
Well, I can't wait to hear about all the exciting things that are going to happen now that you two are living under one roof. And, but I know it's going to be a happy home and you guys are going to have a blast.
I'm so excited. And we're so excited for you to come visit. We're going to have a big housewarming party, and I hope you'll come out for it, Pete.
Only if Han Solo is your front door.
All right, Rob, you're in charge of that.
Yeah, your house doesn't echo, does it?
Hello.
Yeah, it's not going to echo when you put all Rob's shit in one room. There's no world.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my next question. Are you limiting his stuff to one room, or are you going to let him sprawl it out a little bit?
It's already sprawled out, brother.
It's already sprawled out. I'm sitting right now as we speak. I'm sitting right now with his Raiders poster literally right behind me. And his very, very cool movie projector is sitting on the main console right in front of me that I'm looking at right now. So, yeah, we're going to integrate for sure. We're going to totally integrate because it's going to be our house. So it's got to be integrated.
Awesome. You are one dynamite gal, Amelia.
I try. And I may never, ever, watch all the Marvel movies, but, I love Rob.
But at least now you know who Sala is.
But I do know now who Sala is.
And Marianne.
And the professor.
Mayo.
Thank you so much, Amelia, for giving your very thoughtful review of Dial of Destiny. We got to crank things up a notch here and talk about Val Kilmer dying now.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Take care. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Well, by the way, we can't end this show without talking about another wonderful actor who has left us.
Yeah.
Just this past week, we lost the great Val Kilmer.
So sad. Way too young, too.
Way too young. And also just a really interesting guy. Like, he kind of did a little bit of everything. And to be honest, my first introduction to Val Kilmer was in Top Secret, which is one of my all-time favorite Zaz Zucker brothers movies.
Yeah, I used to watch that movie a lot too when I was young.
In the style of Airplane and Naked Gun, and it wasn't nearly as popular as either of those, but it was so fucking funny.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of laughs in it.
Whenever I think about Val Kilmer, and the day he died, I watched Top Secret again, and I was like, man, this still holds up. It's still funny as fuck.
I should watch it again. I haven't seen that movie in a hot minute, But yeah, I think the first memory that I have of him was probably Willow when he played Bad Mardigan. That was kind of my first introduction to him. And then, of course, in the 90s, his career just, took off even more. But yeah, 65 years old, battling throat cancer forever. And he finally, the cause of death, they said, was pneumonia.
Yeah. And he was an interesting guy, too. Like, there's a lot of, he's a very spiritual guy.
Very soft-spoken.
He was like a devout Christian Scientist, which a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
He was much more into the spiritual healing over medicine.
Right.
He resisted treatment in the beginning and was just praying a lot. I mean, he eventually did do the surgery and chemotherapy, but he was just a very spiritual guy.
It's sad. And then I think, though, that he had a great send-off when he was in Top Gun Maverick.
Yes, that was actually a beautiful scene.
It really was. And it was cool of Tom Cruise to include him in that.
It's so fitting. I went back and watched that scene and I really got emotional, actually.
Yeah. Because,
it's just good acting on both sides. And it was just so nice to see these two enemies be old friends,
Yeah, it was a really well-written scene, and it was just great. It was just, the two of them, and it was heartfelt, and now it's even more meaningful now that he's gone.
This is a good moment. Let's not ruin it.
Let's not ruin it. Let's not talk about Dial of Destiny.
Did you know that, though, Val Kilmer was the youngest student at Juilliard ever at 17 years old?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, he's worked with a lot of big actors, too. He worked with Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, in Heat. He worked with Marlon Brando in The Island of Dr. Monroe.
Oh, my God, The Island of Dr. And he had a big feud with Marlon Brando.
Yeah, he said he was a dick, which is not surprising. But
shocker.
But yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. And if you want to get a sense of what he's been in, all you have to do is go into the Bobbie Wygant archives and you'll see a whole plethora of interviews. So the first interview was from The Saint, a movie that he did where he has different disguises and whatnot. And it came out just around the time that, or after, Batman Forever came out. And of course, Bobbie has to inquire about his choice in doing this movie versus another Batman.
All right, we have speed. Val, it's good to see you again.
You too.
Enjoyed The Saint very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Do you like it well enough that you would do more of them if
Absolutely.
they asked you?
Yeah.
So this was a good choice to do this instead of another Batman.
I think so. I mean, have no regrets. The things that I found appealing about it are the audience is finding appealing. They've been doing a lot of screenings. He's a literary character, comes out of 60 books, and as opposed to a comic book, which I very much enjoy, but there's certain kind of sort of rigid rules to that kind of a story.
How come he didn't do that fourth Batman?
Yeah, I mean, probably more better
line?
Financial decision.
I just don't know if the studio wanted to go with someone else or if he didn't want to do it or like what was the story there.
It made a ton of dough.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, but I mean, look at what a piece of shit it ended up being.
I know. It was a fucking mess.
It had Jim Carrey in it, so that I think was the saving grace. And I have to say, he did make a good Bruce Wayne.
He was much better Bruce Wayne than a Batman. And it also came out really quickly after the Keaton movie, so it was really hard for me to like get invested.
But I think you appreciated him more too when you saw Clooney coming out.
Yeah, once Clooney showed up, you're like, "Where's Val?
Yeah, Val, we need you.
Val, come back."
And then the other clip I pulled was from this same interview for The Saint, and it kind of shows off Val's good sense of humor.
Have you ever worn disguises just so you could go out in public?
No.
Never had to or never wanted to?
No, I've never been out in public. I've never left this hotel.
More's the pity for you.
I live outside of a small town, so I don't do that. What was your favorite part?
The favorite disguise, I think, is the one who comes to the university.
Oh.
What is his character?
He had a name, Tony St. Hubbins, but that got cut.
Oh, okay.
But you mean the journalist?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
You like the journalist,
yes.
did you?
Yes, I love
I wonder why.
Well, no, I just thought the look was amusing.
Oh, yeah.
You had some sort of an appliance.
I did have an appliance, yeah. But I don't want to give away the story.
The way he asks her, like, what was your favorite part? There's a beat where it was like, did Bobbie watch from the ring?
I was thinking it would have been funny if she was like, my favorite part is when Batman, Bruce Wayne, brings Chris O'Donnell.
It's when he does a flip into the party with the neon lights.
It would have been funny if she went back to Batman and not totally ignore this movie.
Oh, you play Chandler.
So the other interview I pulled was from a romance movie that he did called At First Sight, where he plays a blind man.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
And then he gets like sight, right?
And then he
freaked
gets
out by everything.
Right, exactly. It's based on a true story too, I believe. But I think Bobbie gets a little distracted at the end of this clip.
When you were doing the role where he doesn't see, what do you do? Do you kind of fix your eyes on something or what's happening there?
Oh, it's just 100 different ways that I did to tried experiments in portraying someone who can't see, become concentrated on certain ideas, very much like real life. Often we'll you become preoccupied with something and you just don't see. You don't see someone leave the room that was there, kind of transfixed in your imagination. So it's really getting in that kind of state of mind where it's a different realm, the realm of someone that's not sighted.
Did you happen to see Jay Leno last night?
No.
He's trying to give this thoughtful response.
Dude, when I was listening to this today, I was cracking up because all I could vision is if you stopped it right at that point and that she doesn't get to finish what she was saying.
I got to hear that again. Because did you see? He's like, no. Wait, let me play that again.
It's a different realm, the realm of someone that's not sighted.
Did you happen to see Jay Leno last night?
No.
To her credit, she does reference something that Jay Leto said about the movie. But I just thought it would have been so funny if she just transitioned to that and just cut it off there.
No.
No. Quite the tribute we're giving to Val Kilmer.
That's what we do here.
That's what we do on Rico and the Man.
On Drag Marts Radio.
101.2, brought to you by Ketchup Entertainment.
Ketchup Entertainment with mustard and relish.
Hold the mayo.
Hold the mayo.
That's what our tagline should be.
That should be it. That should be the name of this episode.
Trademark 101.2 from Ketchup Entertainment. Hold the mayo. And that's it.
That's it. And then good night, everyone.
And then I'm going to sleep.
Feel the beat.
Okay.
Good night, Antonio.
Good night, Antonio.
Feel the beat.
Come on. No, Antonio, we're very tired.
Feel the beat.
No. It's late.
We got work tomorrow. Come on, Antonio.
Feel the beat.
He still wants to party.
I know. It's like, I gotta get up early tomorrow, Antonio.
Feel the beat.
I can't.
I gotta get the kids to school and everything. I'm sorry.
Feel the beat.
I get it. I know you still want to have fun. Look, the bar's over there. Help yourself to a drink, but we gotta go.
Feel
to bed.
the beat.
We can't, Antonio.
Feel the beat.
Thanks for listening to Rico and the Man. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Rico and the Man and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you love the show, be sure to leave a review on Apple Podcasts. And if you hate the show, fuck you.
For more Rico and the Man action, go to ricoandtheman.com.